Hello, my name is Barbara Campbell. We are going to be going over managing diversity. So during this training, we're going to review several things. What is diversity in the workplace? What is the importance of diversity within an organization? The need for diversity training? Some common mistakes that occur if diversity isn't addressed? And some diversity best practices. And then we'll also discuss a little bit about the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. So what is diversity in the workplace? Diversity in the workplace is when a company is made up a broad mix of employees with different racial and ethnic backgrounds, including different ages, genders, race, religion, ability, sexual orientation, and culture. When companies recruit and retain a diverse pool of employees, it brings about different benefits to the company as well as the employees. So diversity training. So although concepts of diversity aren't new, they are being discussed in different contexts now. So training is an effective tool to promote diversity. So, day to day, we're conducting business. It's not just our coworkers, but it's our customers, partners, vendors, and others that we're communicating with every day. So we want to implement diversity training. It's important to reduce the risk of workplace discrimination. So the EEOC requires companies to educate employees on the importance of diversity in hiring and promoting and avoiding, to avoid stereotypes. The goals of diversity training is to raise awareness of the value of collaborating with people on different cultures, races, genders, ethnicities, beliefs, abilities, experiences, and ideas. Training enables us to understand how concepts like cultural competency and unconscious bias are crucial in the workplace sensitivity and how to apply this training in real-world situations. Diversity programs must start with our senior leadership and work down to all employees. So why is diversity important? So diversity creates innovation. So different backgrounds, experiences, working styles promote creative concepts. Team members bring their own personal way of thinking, operating, solving problems, and making decisions. We have a greater talent. So we have a wider range of candidates, make a more adaptable product or skill, and the company is viewed as more progressive and it will appeal to individuals of all walks of life. People want to work for a company that promotes equality. It's going to improve employee performance. So when employees feel comfortable and happy at work, they want to achieve their best, promoting higher team morale, which leads to a more productive employee. Positive company reputation. So diverse collection of skills and experiences allows a company to provide service on a global basis. This shows the company is able to relate and understand its customers on a more personal level. So it increases profits. Boy, what manager doesn't like to hear that, right? So more adaptable product or skill in the global market, the understanding culture in the global markets can help increase these profits just by speaking the same language or understanding how they conduct business. And it's going to improve employee engagement. So employees who interact with one another, they can build trust among their colleagues, they learn from each other, increases the engagement, motivation, and collaboration. And it also improves on employee turnover. Common diversity mistakes. So the lack of diversity communication. So it's important to repeat the message of diversity on a regular basis. Communicate and reinforce diversity topics, and continued training for all staff is needed. Lack of manager accountability. So managers must be held accountable, otherwise diversity programs are less likely to succeed. Training must start at the top down. The lack of senior leadership endorsement. So when leaders don't actively support diversity efforts, it appears that there is not a true priority, and then companies will not have the support of employee buy-in. Confusing diversity and inclusion. So when not defined, this can lead to confusion and communication errors. Diversity is measuring the range of human differences, but inclusion is the efforts used to embrace these differences. Companies need to have both a diversity and inclusion to succeed. So some best practices. So individuals should be treated fairly without regard for their differences. So here are some that I want to go over that are important. Clear communication. So encourage employees to practice what they learn in training. Provide clear communication and explanation on how the training relates to the company strategy. Again, I'm going to keep going back to this executive support. So executive support is critical, and diversity must start with top leadership down to all the employees. Have senior management set goals and create a reporting system. You want to create an inclusion program. So be clear of the organization's vision so that all involved have a clear understanding. Mandatory training. So all employees, including senior management, are required to attend. Be transparent and have a consistent message conveyed. You can't hold people accountable for things that they don't know. Have diverse speakers when possible. And again, these co-facilitate sessions. Ensure diverse attendance. Split departments. And ensure there is a mixture of race, age, gender, and experience during these trainings. You want to establish action plans. So address policy and procedures, discuss organizations' missions, their values, and the vision. Provide follow-up. So don't just say, okay, we're going to have one training and then be done. It needs to be consistent and routine reminders. Provide training resources as well. Create accountability. Have team members brainstorm and discuss the fulfillment of the training and the action plan. And then creating training programs. Ask, what is the current employee knowledge base of diversity and inclusion? Programs should first focus on the program that will improve interpersonal skills. Followed that by multicultural literacy, technical skills, and then lastly, emphasize on acculturation. Okay, let everyone know the different cultures and things like that. So the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, okay? So what it means is it's illegal to discriminate against a person's race, color, religion, sex, including pregnancy, gender identity, and sexual orientation, national origin, age, so 40 and older, disability, or genetic information. So just last year, in 2018, the EEOC took 554,000 calls and emails and handled over 200,000 inquiries concerning possible discrimination claims. The EEOC helped individuals file 199 lawsuits, and then they resolved 141 lawsuits alleging discrimination. So in conclusion, diversity in the workplace provides incentives for employees and employers. Organizations understand that diversity and inclusion is needed to succeed in a global market. Diversity training is needed to help reduce against discrimination. Diversity programs and training start with senior leadership and work down to all of their employees. When there is a lack of accountability and support from management, there won't be employee buy-in and efforts fail. Diversity best practices need to have management support, clear communication, incorporates inclusion and diversity, has accountability, has training programs, and they must follow up. Managers, remember to protect your employees from harassment and discrimination. Treat all individuals with respect, fairly, and equally. Thank you very much.